Romans chapter 12, verse number 4. Read for me, PJ. Romans 12, verse 4 and 5.
For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office.
Next verse.
So we, being many, are one body in Christ, and every one member is one of another.
So serving the Lord is to serve his body. Serving the Lord is to serve fellow believers. It is impossible to claim to love Christ and not demonstrate love in words and actions towards fellow believers. Serving Christ is serving his church. You can't say you are serving Christ and you're not serving his church. You can't say you love God and you're not loving the brethren. As much as you did it to one of this list of my brethren, you did it for me. Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? How many of you know that is why Paul is the father of identification theology? Because his entry into Christianity was identification. On the way to Damascus, when that hand landed on him, he fell on the ground. Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Who are you, Lord? He doesn't know which Lord he was talking about. But what he was saying is, anybody that can throw me on the ground must be a Lord. Who are you, Lord? And I love the way Jesus said it. I am Jesus. Not I am Reverend Jesus. I am Jesus, whom thou persecutest. Then Saul said, so when I touched his people, I was touching him. Identification. So that's why his teachings started and ended with identification, because that's his entry into Christianity. And that identification theology is the climax of revelation knowledge. It's not enough that Jesus died. It's not enough that he was buried. It's not enough that he rose from the dead. No, it will have been useless if he died, was buried, and rose. But it becomes very important and vital that when he died, I died. When he was buried, I was buried. When he rose, I rose. I am identified with him. As he is, I am in this world. What he has, I have. Where he is, I am. So I'm a beneficiary of what he did, because the reason why he did it was for me to benefit. So the gospel is not just that Christ died, he was buried, and he rose again. No, if you stop there, your gospel is not complete. It is complete when you say Christ died, who was delivered for our offenses and was raised again for our justification. Surely he was wounded for our transgression, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. By his stripes we are identification. He identified with me in sin, I identify with him in righteousness. He was not economical about sin, I am not economical about righteousness. Who am I talking to here tonight? The gospel becomes complete when you bring in identification. Identification is what drives the gospel home to the end user for whom the gospel was provided. So that phrase, kindly affectioned, was translated from the Greek word philos togus. Philos togus. Philos, P-H-I-L-O-S T-O-R-G-O-S. Philos togus, which implies to be devoted to someone. To be devoted. It goes beyond the activities of service, but the motive behind it. The motive behind it.